Hi, my name's Suzanne Sterling, and I'm here at Wanderlust, Tahoe. And we're going to do a little workshop today on a pose called Virabhadrasana 3, or Warrior 3. And this is my favorite yoga pose because, to me, this pose represents pure, utter liberation of the soul, but from deep roots, from a deep grounding in the legs and in the earth. So the idea that the deeper our roots go, the more we can have freedom, the more liberation we can experience. And I know that to be true in all parts of my life. I'm sure it's true in yours as well. So I'm going to walk you through some preparatory poses and ways to really actually get into the legs before we get into the liberation of the heart and the back of the body. All right. So the first thing you want to do to prepare for this pose is to feel deeply into your legs. And so some of my favorite preparatory poses for this are just simply a low lunge and feeling the legs as they're moving in opposite directions, right? So you're pressing through the back leg and the front leg is moving away from you this way. And then from there, bringing the sacrum down towards the earth and lifting the low belly up, so you begin to feel that liberation that comes out of having the strong core foundation in the hips and the legs, and lifting the arms up and out. And practicing that idea of lifting from the heart first, and then allowing any kind of back bend or opening to come from that heart opening and from that solid foundation here. So that's one place. And then another one is coming up into what's called Crescent Pose, which is a standing pose. You're lifted off the heel of the back leg, on the toes of the back leg. And then from here, what I like to do is I like to inhale, release forward, and then as I come up, straighten the back leg. And then inhale, release forward, bend the back leg, and as I come up, straighten the back leg, and practice that motion of standing in that strong front supporting leg. That's going to become your supporting leg for the lift and the liberation into the pose. So that's another wonderful prep pose. Another thing I like to do is lengthen through the side body, lengthen through the ribs, so that I really have a sense of expansion and ease in the upper body. One of the ways I like to do that is just simply standing in Tadasana, grabbing the right wrist with the left hand, lifting up, and then all the way over, and then practicing breathing through the intercostal muscles, through the rib muscles, so they expand and lengthen. Lengthening through the whole side body, palm reaching towards the earth, and then same thing other side, lifting up, lengthening through the side body. So those are another way to open the upper body. And then one last thing I like to do, and I'm going to do it on the other leg this time. Same thing, Crescent Pose, on the ball of the back foot, reaching forward, again, bending the back knee, and then lifting up and straightening the back knee. This is from before. Really finding the way to stand in that front leg. It's about to take all your weight. And then I like to release my arms behind me, clasp the hands, inhale, and lift the heart this way. Practicing, again, the lifting of the heart. Okay, so now what you're going to do is you're going to begin to imagine taking all your weight on that front leg and lifting the back leg. So visualizing it first, lifting and activating the whole core, and then practicing bringing the weight onto the front leg. And you can take little steps forward like this, or you can come right into the pose. If you have back problems, you can lift the hands behind you. What you're doing is squaring off the hips here, lifting the back leg as much as possible, flexing through that foot, or you can point through the toes a little bit, and then reach all the way forward, getting a nice long line. Bring the arms forward. You're in the full pose here. Bend that supporting leg just a little bit, arms out to the side, and lift the heart just a little bit. Imagining I have wings, imagining that I can fly, and just playing with the weight a little bit here, playing with the dance of the upper body, imagining I'm a superhero, super warrior, and then bringing it back to the regular pose, lifting that back leg as much as possible, lifting in the core. If you start to fall like that, bring your energy back into your center, back into your belly, lift the belly, lengthen through that supporting leg. Lift the belly, lengthen through that supporting leg. Hold here, breathe. And then gently bend the supporting leg, come back into crescent pose. Arms reach, and then exhale, bring the hands down. And that's it, Virabhadrasana 3. There's another way you can come out of this pose. This is my favorite way to come out of this pose, and I like to do it like this. So, starting in crescent, again, reaching forward, bending the back knee, lifting up, straightening the back leg. Hold here for a moment. Find that liberation. Find that lift. Imagine bringing the weight onto the front leg. Lift the back leg nice and strong. Activate the whole back side of the body. Square off the hips. And then from here, I like to pass right through tree pose and bring the leg forward and hold for a moment and then release. So that's my favorite way to come out of the pose. Not for everyone. Otherwise, just come right back to crescent pose, arms reach, and you're done.